Music. My name is Scotty Reed. I am the host of this program, trying to keep a regular schedule, playing the broadcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At the top of the hour, I said that I would share some news. On Friday, we did a program with Nancy Lockhart as well as Brenda Cherry from the Lamar County in Texas, and that is concerning the case of Bobby Yates. Bobby Yates, as I stated at the top of the hour, is a African-American man who is missing both his legs and his penis due to a hunting accident that occurred 20 years ago. It has been reported that because he doesn't have a penis, he doesn't have sexual desires. Okay, so as we reported on that program last Friday, and please do check out the archives as other important information was given out, his home, he received a knock on his door 3 years ago. This was 3 years ago, where you had a white female, 16 years old, accompanied by two white males who were older than her, came and knocked on his door, said that she was locked out the house, wanted to use the telephone. So he let them into his home, at which point they started to, according to Bobby Yates, to physically assault him. They all were on drugs. Even the police did a drug test on the girl, found drugs on her. She tested positive for narcotics, but yet she wasn't charged. She told police that she had fell asleep on the couch and woke up, and Mr. Yates was on top of her, and when she woke up, he jumped off of her. Again, we're talking about a man with no legs and no penis. Even the cop said that he didn't believe her. Her own mother said that she didn't believe her own daughter, but yet this girl was not charged with any kind of possession of drugs, and Mr. Yates will be charged 6 months later with felony sexual assault on a child. Now, so that is the background. It has taken 3 years for his case to wind its way through the courts, because defense attorneys have been trying to coerce Mr. Yates into pleading guilty with a promise of probation. As Nancy Lockhart reported, the judge even yelled and screamed at him to take the plea deal and threatened what would happen if he was found guilty. That is not a judge's job. That is coercion. So the latest update, as we stated Friday night, this man is in serious need of an attorney. He's right now representing himself because, as I stated, all the defense attorneys want to force him to plead guilty. He says he's innocent. He won't play ball, so they end up having themselves dismissed from the case. Now, as I stated during that program, I encourage many of you to start calling down there just to let them know that we are looking at this case going on in Paris, Texas. That is where a black man was drugged to death behind a truck. That is also where a black female high school student was assaulted by a assistant principal and then found guilty of assaulting the principal and was sentenced to 7 years in prison. That is LaShonda Cotton was her name. So anyway, that's what you're dealing with down there in Lamar County. You have a prosecutor by the name of Gary Young, who has stated that he has a social agenda when he switched over from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party, and told them to check his record, that he has always been socially and physically conservative. We black people know what that means when they start talking about being social conservatives. So now that people have started inquiring about this case, as the word has been getting out on the internet radio about this case, the judge has slapped a gag order on all involved in the case. Nancy Lockhart, in the group, and let me give you the name of this group. It's a Facebook group. Just go to Facebook and do a search, Justice for Bobby Yates. And Nancy Lockhart called down to Prosecutor Gary Young's office. She said that a woman named Pam answered and hung up on her the first time. Nancy said she called back twice and learned that there is a gag order placed on the case and that the records are sealed. Again, this man hasn't even been to trial yet. okay? And we are working frantically to secure an attorney for Bobby Yates. And the gag has been placed on Bobby Yates as well to keep him from talking to the press.